parked. They dropped us off on the other side, so we need to head over and hopefully we get there before they start. But I guess they're gonna wait until everyone's there. So we shall see. To the bus we go. Ready, guys? Ready, Mark? Ready, Anderson?
I'm certainly ready too.
All right. Bus time. Let's see if we get a fancy one. I think it's that one right there. That's awesome. They got a whole dedicated tour bus for stuff like this. That's insane.
We're going to have an A380 coming in. They'll be parked over at Signature. I forget the company name.
Wait a minute, an A380?
Yeah, an A380.
In Signature? When?
It generates over $63 billion impact, economic impact to the state of Georgia within this region. So you can understand why this airport is pretty important. We close the runway during the day, guess what's going to happen? We're going to get a call from the command center at Washington, D.C. because we will have a ripple effect
Cut our one world.
and on the NAS. So,
330.
so we have it broken up into 3 complexes. When we get up to the starter hill, I'll kind of go through real quick. So one of the most efficient designs for an airport is to have parallel runways with no crosswinds. FAA loves that because guess what? You don't have to cross as many aircraft or deal with intersection, departures and all that. So that's why it's pretty efficient because it can put more airplanes into airspace. So I'll just give a quick background. So I used to work for Delta for 10 years. I've got probably 36 plus years in the aviation world right now. I've got probably 15 plus years in airport operations. Work airside over here. I'm in safety management systems. I'm an assistant director for safety and operations. So, and then I've got a wonderful intern, Tiana Heath. She works with my team as well. She is learning everything about SMS so that maybe someday she'll come and work for us at some point. And then we have...
There she is.
There's the one world.
Okay, we got Tamia. She is one of our summer youth. And then who else? Calvin, who else? Who's our other?
Trucks.
If we stay on this road, one world's gonna be great.
I think we'll make another right turn and then we'll be driving right by it.
Sam is also with us for the summer as well.
Heck yeah, dude. Oh yeah.
Alright, you guys want to hike up? Can you get better pictures?
Oh, we're getting off? Hey, Cody. Good. How are you doing? Good.
Yeah, man.
Didn't expect you to be on this.
I didn't expect anyone else I knew. Oh, there you go.
Oh, wow. Nice. Yeah.
Air France?
Yeah, it's Air France.
Yeah. First destination.
How amazing is this? airside, ATL, One World, Qatar A350 1000. That's the registration. I'll still be buying it at Airliners if it's there. And it looks like a 7.5 is about to land. There's the big spinning radar, which probably is making some beeping on the video. At least that's how it has been on some other plane spotting videos of past. 7.5 to the left. Yeah, that tower shot. Wow. What do we have on final?
Ridiculous, dude.
I know. This is
Best way
awesome.
possible.
I see Lufthansa. Old livery at the gate.
Yeah.
Where is... Team USA must have left already.
Yeah.
I don't see them there anymore.
I have my flight radar still in Charlotte. Gotta get out of there.
Another 7.5.
Oh, good.
Yeah, get as many clips of these as you can because they're going to be gone at some point.
Take advantage.
Yep. Northwest 7.5s. Oh my God. Wow. Closest I've ever been to a 777 without actually getting on one.
Crazy.
Yeah, I can't say it's the closest because I was literally on one the other day.
From the outside anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing, dude.
Yeah.
320. Well, that would be a cool landing shot there. That's incredible.
Walking back to the bus, we've got a 717. Don't run down there too fast now.
sure if we're gonna drive by the terminal complex.
By what now?
Terminal complex.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there's thank you.
Oh yeah, that's actually on there.
And we're like, okay.
Logic. Oh no, he's still taxing yet.
That in case if there was an accident and they had to, you know, because again, first life goal is life safety. All right, so they got to be able to penetrate that fuselage to be able to spray in if there's anything, and then else get passengers out. If the emergency exits aren't working. To about probably 950 plus employees that run the Department of Aviation here, along with all the other employees. Every position within the DOA has got to be specialized. Our folks that are in that little SUV, the Ford Explorer, they have certain training they got to go through every year because we have to have, per the FAA guideline, we got to have at least sufficient qualified personnel on this airfield to be able to maintain this airport in compliance with Part 139. You'll see that this is our South Cargo, Amazon. We have all 747s. Is today Wednesday?
Yes.
Today's Wednesday. So tonight is going to be our largest cargo night. We'll probably have every single bay filled with 747s. If you ever saw the Georgia Aquarium, United brought a 747 in with the 2 whale sharks, great whale sharks. Pretty awesome technology to be able to see the whale sharks in those tanks. Endeavor Air is, so you guys know about the different alliances that airlines have to their global, their global footprint. So where we were over there, just on by the south, we also have that DIC pad. So we do get a little bit of snow accumulation. This past year we only had 2 ice and snow events, but we only received maybe a few inches. So we had to go into aircraft DIC, and then obviously we have to reduce snow removal on the airfield with our snow brooms, and also the snow plows and stuff. So that's all our maintenance crew. All the airfield lighting out here, so if you ever see an airport light up at night, looks like a Christmas tree, you know. So all the runway lighting is white in nature on your center line and your edge lights. The taxiways are basically green center line lights with blue edge lights on the edge. Right. This all used to be trees and shrubbery for wildlife. So we had to do a project. Currently, right now, we've had to re-engineer the stormwater and all that down there. All the material that they're putting down there is engineered concrete, so that basically it will stop any vegetation from growing up. Wildlife, you guys know, is a major hazard to aircraft. We have 2 wildlife biologists or staff on our airside operations team. So any bird strike has to be reported, and we've got certain, we have a wildlife hazard management plan that has to be followed. But this whole entire project down there is because of wildlife mitigation. So this is a pretty awesome engineering solution that airport engineers with architects that are helping, one, to make sure that Twin River is maintained, but also to ensure that our slopes and stuff, because we've had erosion in the past, so they've had to re-engineer all this so that we don't have erosion or washouts. So it's supposed to be done sometime in, I think, late next year or late this year. And then you can see all the all storm drains and water that comes in. Go after this one. So we have a lot of different wildlife issues out here. We've had coyotes. We actually had a Coyote strike 737. We don't even, I don't even think the pilot knew that we ran over the Coyote. But we have, we have bird strikes in that. A lot of airports do. You guys are probably familiar with the famous pilot, Sullenberger with the U.S. Air way back in that time of day. Our maintenance department has all the snow removal equipment, snow plows, and then all the snow brooms are inside this other building here. And then we have liquid de-icers. We use a Chemtech, which is basically a liquid de-icer. It's a boom truck, sprays out, and it basically melts all of the contaminant on the runway, and then it all goes through snow. 14 gates, all international. Qatar is not, well, Qatar and some of the other British Airways will probably be here a little bit later. Ethiopia Airlines, Etihad is going to be flying in here, I think sometime, hey Calvin, July 2nd. So it'll be the newest carrier that will be flying in.
We're 75.
So Concourse D is going to be all Group 3 aircraft. This whole section right here is all old facility. So we're actually closing, we closed the section of the terminal, and basically it will still operate. We've widened, Concourse D is pretty narrow. We just, basically what we've done is we're widening the concourse by 60 feet on either side. So the hold rooms are going to be a lot larger, so if you ever fly into Atlanta and a Concourse D, you'll see the new hold rooms are a lot wider and a lot more roomier. And that is confined in space over here. So there'll be all Group 3, which is your 737, your A321, your A320, A321s, 320s. All of those will be able to handle over here. What's unique about this facility and this construction, when I talked about modular, we have modular sections of the building, terminal, that was built way over on the other side, framed out. And you'll see some of them. I haven't been in. Cool. Hey, if you need any reviews, what's your name? Leo. Yeah, ask Leo, he can tell you all about it. But you'll see these sections right here were actually transported May of last year, we closed 6 gates. We transported these modulars from that yard on the center complex at night, and they moved from on a Swiss STMPS modular move, and basically moved over and went right into
Oh,
the
Virgin
slot.
landed.
So these were the last modular moves. We just did these back in January of this year. These gates around here are going to open towards the end of September.
Team USA, Mark.
Yeah.
Team USA 330 Neo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
103 out of London Heathrow.
We get Team USA just off to the right here.
That's the North Complex over there. You can see landing on 8 left, 26 right, 26 right, and then 26 left. It's a 10,000 foot departure runway. Signature Aviation is the FBO. Virgin Atlantic is coming in right now. Usually there's 2 Virgin Atlantic flights coming in. They're flying the A350 right now. They're probably the 9000 series. So you'll see right over here. So
Yeah.
Concourse D. So what they're doing also is on this modular move on these older sections, they're already putting the steel out, and they're going to be putting the extension of the building in. Once they have built out these sections all the way up, they're going to tear the interior part of the wall. So where you see all that tan and all that old wall, all of that is going to be torn out once they build the outer section. So you can see Concourse D, you'll see how taller it's going to be and how a little bit more wider. Once they build all that interface out, then they're going to tear all that interior wall in. So this will be done, that section will be done in September. This will be done probably towards middle part of next year. And then we're going to start on the south side. And we're still trying to figure out whether we're going to do a stick and build, where they tear down, or we do modular moves, like we did out in the north. So you have Concourse E and F, Concourse D again. Pretty much it's all going to be Delta by the time this is all done. Spirit Frontier is out here as well. Concourse C on the south side. Southwest had reduced their flights out here. They gave up a handful of gates. So they're turned back over to us. We got 4 of these gates to common use. The Frontier and Spirit are using that. South Delta using the other 3 gates on the other side there. Be able to handle the summer traffic. People like to travel during the summer. Concourse A and B is all Delta. T South is all Delta, and then on the T North side is where United American is. Because of it, we had them over at Echo 41 and 42, where they're designated as their pretty much their operation. But because of the expansion of their flights, they're using Concourse C. They'll use Summit Concourse Master Plan. It's a 20-year plan, and so we'll be looking to build an additional 8 gates on the south side, T South, and then where the area that was unoccupied with that dirt. Where we came in from gate 70, that's probably where another extended. So we just extended the APM on the west side over here. We actually had to do an explosion to get to that bedrock. So we did extension to that, and just the new cars that just came in. So we're going to be adding 4 additional cars to the system. So the APM will be allowed to be able to handle more capacity for the underground train. one golden rule we have out here is that aircraft always have right of way. So vehicles need to stop when aircraft are taxiing out from the ramp. All the ramps basically are controlled by ramp control. Delta has the A tower, so that handles ramps 1 and 2. C tower, which is handled by a contract with TBI, they handles ramp 3 and 4. That's the 2 busiest ramps within the United States.
Yeah, here we go.
Concourse B.
Another
We just
7.5.
learned this. This is Delta's busiest concourse, and does more, is busier than any of their other hubs within their system. So Minneapolis hub, Salt Lake City. So you've seen right here, it's a 767, so the 300.
Oh,
So Delta's still flying a 76. It's probably my most favorite aircraft, is 767. I love it. And you guys probably know about the Super Tug and how that can lift the aircraft nose gear up and be able to taxi it. Hey Calvin, where are we supposed to go next?
oh yeah.
Go around the north?
Yeah.
North? Yep. Alright. Go north. Turn right here. So T-South, probably within the next 10 years, we'll probably start building the South Terminal Complex, which will be the T-South, which will be 8 gates over there. And then we're going to probably be going through a lot of major renovations throughout the terminal areas, because how old do you guys think this facility right here is?
At least 30.
1980.
Yep, perfect. 1980, so it's 40 years old. Plus, there's 2 significant milestones here in Atlanta. Can anybody think what those 2 are? One for Delta and one for the city, for the airport.
100 years old.
Yep, 100 years old. So the airport is 100 years old. I mean, Hartsfield-Jackson has been around for 100 years old. But, and then obviously Delta has been around for 100 years. So that's a great milestone that so we're celebrating our centennial over the next
That's
year.
and it's a Max 9 too.
Is at theirs as well.
Yep.
So all of the fuel over here is under a fuel pit system. So Calvin, do we go up north or do we go north perimeter?
North perimeter.
North perimeter?
Yep.
All right. So go to that perimeter. So we just expanded Concourse T back in October of 2022. We just opened this facility because we wanted United and American to have all their gates together. So we had to repurpose certain facilities. The Station 32 had to move to the South Complex, and then obviously Delta's GSC had to move over to the Southern Complex on the west side.
Oh yeah.
And you guys can see
Pretty
the
interesting.
feeling,
To let the aircraft land
hot.
so that they can still land and then taxi behind the threshold.
Yes, in some way, yes. So, aircraft is taking off, right? So the pilot is departing on the departure runway. Well, elevation-wise, that airplane is just departed. We got an airplane coming around on this side. If that pilot sees that tail, what do you think he's gonna... Airport Operations Center. It's off airport. It's off property, off at Virginia Avenue. And so we have emergency management, and we can activate the Emergency Operations Center if we have an actual emergency. During winter weather, we've activated the OC. We also
right
have
in front of the Renaissance,
exercises
too.
that we have to do as well. This is Delta's Technical Operations Center. You're going to see the A350. This is the LAX. As you guys know, the U.S. Olympics. The Olympics is coming to LA in 2028. So obviously, this is the livery that they're using for the. That's an A330. And then they also have the A350 painted with their 100-year centennial. So they use this pretty much for light maintenance, parking, and then Super Tug is going to be bringing an A380 or an A330 over. Does anybody know what NW stands for?
Northwest.
So does that mean that Delta Northwest merged?
Yes.
Perfect. So then who did American merge with?
US Airways.
Alright.
They do know you.
American West, US Airways,
Reno Air. That's what you say.
Reno Air,
Oh, wow.
Allegheny, TWA.
So
Okay.
that TWA is not around. So I don't know if you've ever been to New York. The old TWA building has been turned into a hotel. I know a lot of former airline employees usually go up because they have some nostalgia thing. Hi? Oh, you stayed in?
Yeah, I remember coming through that kind of falling asleep at one corner.
Oh, wow.
Did you that Longhorn steer is just floating the sky?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Frontier has been expanding.
I saw
They're
that.
just really hot and heavy out here. UPS, obviously, with FedEx out here. And then Delta's Fuel Farm. So you think an airport, unasked question. So does an airport ever close?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
When?
Oh,
Where?
and making on it.
Well, honest to be truth, to be told, is that the airport never really closes. Now, North airports, because of the snow and all that, they do have to close if there's snow accumulation. But here we do not close. We're 24/7, 365. We'll never close. Based on the med calls that they get from all different types of medicals.
So watching them from the hotel,
Airfield. So why do you guys think we got this Constantine wire up on the fence? Anybody been watching the news over the last few years? That's how far back he goes. And basically he decided to drop down to his underwear and get onto the wing of the MD-88. So that was the first incident. Second one, we had another individual that jumped the fence in another area and basically just ended up walking and we found out. So based on that, the normal So you guys can see all this engineering concrete here. Again, it's very important.
Yep, going around. Wow. You fire that up at the last second. Go around.
Oh, sorry, airplane, go around.
late. Firewalled the throttles and got out of there.
That's all I mean, it's
Tail ripped off.
We were pretty close together in terms of space.
oh, you're on two separate runways.
Yep, there's 302. Still got the engine and tail missing. I know.
That's your A350 1,000, right?
And the other version indicated. Oh, hey,
So ramp 33 here just opened about a few years ago. This is South the Ice Pad. Dump. So you guys can see Amazon DHL.
Yeah, right there. Air Canada Cargo was here, but I think he left.
Yeah, he's 767.
Ooh, have to knock those out.
Lit up the, so you can see 285 right here on either side.
Backed up heading north.
So our training facility, this is where they got to do a live burn. So every Thursday between 8 and 12 noon is when they'll do a live burn. So in order for that pit black smoke to be emitted into the air and to make shere that we don't get from within Georgia,
I think so.
so you'll see that, so that plane right there will light up.